Hey guys, my name's Sam here, and today we'll be looking at my tier list I made of Dragon Ball characters. And multiple variants of them, and we're going to be ranking them on a Z to a D tier in terms of height. So we're going to be like imagining them as a gacha, if they could be like a Dokkan Fest or something like that. I'm trying to look them through the eyes of a customer, not for the business, but I will be definitely influenced by how Dokkan or Legends markets them, and I took random pictures of multiple characters and variants. So first off, we look at for me, Z tier is like average level units here. So I want to make this a multi-part series where I just look at multiple animes until I feel like of animes that are based on battle animes, because hypeness isn't enough to show depth. No, I'm gonna probably do it for My Hero Academia or Hunter x Hunter. And I hope you guys enjoy this video, because I am gonna do it now. So starting off with this list, we're gonna be looking at Android 13 and 14 and 15. And honestly, I don't think they're that hype. I honestly would put them in the C tier in terms of hype. If they were coming out, I would imagine they would be a free unit, but they were not. And Legends, well, I'm gonna put them in C. But honestly, I don't think anyone would be hyped for these guys. Next up is 16. It's funny if I put them as number 16 actually. I also think Android 16 is a pretty hype unit, but I don't think actually, I'm gonna put these in D tier, because I'm also missing some units like Pilaf or anything. Any units I don't think is hype enough. I want to put units that people will pay for, of course. In 16, people will pay for them, but I think they will skip them for something hype. I think they're hype, but not hype enough. Next up is Krillin and 18 in the tournament power. So honestly, I don't think they're hype, but I just want to put Krillin because he's very underused as a character in terms of Legends and stuff. And I don't think 18 and Krillin will be hype, and no one will really spend for them. And finally, next is 18. I think, honestly, if she's a A tier, actually, I might change the list to have it different. So give me a second. I'm back. So I want to explain my tier list a bit more. A Z tier is first anniversary level unit. A tier will be a big celebration, but not anniversary level, but they could be downgraded or upgraded. B tier is units that are hype that people will summon for, but depends on the situation. C is they mostly will be skippable units that are on a UST. D for me is units that are either could be free to play or just on a banner. And F tier is I don't think they should be on a banner. They should just be a free unit or be a lower rarity. So honestly, I think these guys are honestly F tier. No one would really want to summon for them. 18 Krillin would be they would be cool, but I don't think anyone would summon for them. I think 16 and 18 would be on the same level. People would summon for them and stuff if they like them, but I don't think most people would. But they would definitely be on a banner. I don't think they would ever be a free unit unless it's a different variant or the same variant of them. I think they're F tier. I think they could be and 19 in the background. Let's actually increase the view so you can actually see. Zoom in more. Can I zoom in more? Zoom in. Wait, why can't I zoom in? Okay, maxing it weird. So 18, this is 19 and 20. I think they're not really hype at all as units. They're just kind of fodder. Also, a Z and A tier will probably be LF units mostly, but they can be other hype units that won't be LF in terms of Legends and Dokkan, of course. Or Z tier is A tier and Z tier will dual Dokkans, and B will be a Dokkan Fest, and C will be hype units that could maybe become a Dokkan Fest, I think. And finally, full power Frieza. I think Supernova Frieza is a hype unit, but mostly for his special move, not as a character, just some stuff. So I think he could be honestly, he would never be an anniversary due to the fact that he's not. The character himself is not hype, but the fact that his Supernova is super hype. Honestly, I put it a B tier just for the fact that his move is hype, not himself. B. Piccolo. Sacrifice Piccolo. I think this Piccolo is very iconic in a way that I think he should be Z tier, but the fact that they never marked him as Z tier makes him feel worse as a character. But I think, honestly, as a character, he should be more hype. I feel people would spend more for him, but I think due to the fact that Dokkan and stuff never really put the effort into like making him look cool, I think he will honestly be a C tier due to the fact that no one would be hyped for him just because of perspective of how the Dokkan and Legends and other games make him out to be. Piccolo will tend to be underrated, but I feel like honestly, if they put the effort in promoting him, he could honestly be a Z tier like hype unit, honestly maybe B, but actually really a B. I feel like this is a really hype Piccolo overall. Mecha Frieza will be probably a free unit honestly in any game, or if they were releasing like RZ, no one would be hyped for him. 13. I think he's on the same level with these guys, like no one cares for 13 in general, so. And then finally for 17, these pictures are so shit, like they're so scuffed. But anyway, so you have 17. I feel like 17 is honestly the hyper android of these three units here, 16, 18, and 17. I feel like he could be a Dokkan Fest or even on a step up and no one would care. 18, I feel like 18 and 16 will be outpaced on a step up. I feel like they wouldn't be on a step up. And for like Dokkan doesn't really do lower C, like only Dokkan Fest will probably be A, Z, maybe at best. B will be at rarely. Sometimes they go under here. But honestly, I think 17 has a good chance of being a Dokkan Fest. I think he's hype enough to be one. And then finally Golden Frieza from Tournament Power. I think honestly, I think he is at 18. Yeah, I think it would be 18 because he's honestly super cool inside of Tournament Power. If he came out, everyone would be summoning him. But I don't think he would be honestly like a main highlighter of a step up banner of an anniversary or anything. I feel like I can see him for like Legends. I feel like he would honestly be on the banner but not be the main headliner. But I feel like he could be on one, or he can be like a main headliner of a lesser banner. Bardock is surprisingly popular. Like he would probably be a B tier. Like people love something from him. I don't think he could handle an anniversary or New Year's banner, or even be a headliner. But I feel like he would be a good just placeholder, and I think that's what makes him a B tier. And then Kara Khalifa, I think honestly they're not like in the base form is not hype at all. Like they would just come out and people are like, oh cool, new Kefla Khalifa, cool. Like honestly, I don't think they're that hype. And then finally, Fury Broly, who is base form. This Broly is honestly cool due to the fact that he's just base form. I think he just as a wild animal. I think he's just cool. I think honestly people would summon for him, but in Legends and Dokkan they just made him free. But I feel like honestly they would summon for him if he were to come out as this form. Actually, I'm gonna change 18. I feel like 18 is a B tier. I feel like people would summon him. And actually, I'm gonna change 16. I feel like 16. I feel like they're honestly the same level. Actually, no, yeah. Anyways, honestly, I don't know why Legends put them as a legendary finish, as a headliner, as a legendary unit. But I think he's hype enough. But I don't think he wouldn't like. I think if he came out, people would not be like, oh my gosh, Beerus. They would be like, ooh, cool, Beerus. Beerus is super cool. I'll put it in A tier. Then Berserker Kefla. I feel like Kefla is on a different level too. Super Saiyan 2 Kefla. I feel like Kefla would honestly be a good banner unit, like as a step up. Rose, Black. I feel like he would just come out and people would like finally come out, but not like really summon from like he wouldn't wet people's pants out. And then we have Bojack. Bojack is honestly not hype for me. I would honestly think he would be just a regular unit that came out. Just Bojack. I feel like he is a cool unit, B tier unit that everyone would love summoning because he's just really cool looking. Like honestly, that's just for me. And then this is Bona Mateta. I think they're just a free unit, honestly. I think I just want to put them on there just to put them on there, but yeah, I don't think they're hype. This is Broly Goku, who punched Broly in the Broly movie, the Z movie, of course. Honestly, I think he's very forgettable. I think if he came out, no one would care. Buhan is a weird case where I think he could headline a banner, but I don't think he would because I feel like he will always be with Vegito and it would be overshadowed. But I feel like he is honestly an A tier unit in terms of hype. Kaba, I think he would be a free unit if he would come out in Gacha games. Super Saiyan 2 would be like an average unit that people would be like, cool, he come out. And then Cell. Cell is an A tier unit where if he came out, everyone would love him. Champa is honestly just an whatever character for anyone who comes out. Actually, yeah, I'll put it down. Kefla down because I feel like Kefla is honestly on higher than Khalifa, but not like these units. Like people would want something for this, and this Piccolo is underrated. I feel like these androids are just overall just better than Bardock. And then Cooler, first one for Cooler, where would I rank him? I feel like he would not really sell for him, so I feel like he would be B. Then this is Corrupt Zamasu. I think he's a C tier. I think. Actually, I'm going to add something. I feel like I don't think he's just. I don't think honestly. Yeah, I'm going to change it. I feel like Z tier is just a headliner of the biggest celebrations. B will be headliners, but will be on the banner, but not like fully be like the headliner, but they will be on it. But I feel like they will be highlighters of a smaller banner. And then A tier would be like for like Legends. I'm going to just use Legends as a reference. A tier would be like they would be on. They could headline a banner like Step Up or something like that. But I feel like this Frieza and Buhan would honestly be up here. Beerus would fall. Cooler Frieza would do. I feel like 16 will be here. Bob. Yeah. So honestly, I think Z2 would be like absolute average headline, no doubt, or even just Christmas headliner or something like that, like biggest celebrations. And then Saiyan Saga versus Raditz. I think he was honestly hyped when he came out for Legends. I think he would be a B tier. Deborah, poor Deborah. I feel like he would be hyped, but he does not end up being hyped. Then first one Frieza, who is not this Frieza. I think with no pod. I think he's just a unit that will come out and everyone will be cool about. Final Form Frieza is cool. I think would be honestly hyped to him to have his own step up banner. A tier is mostly units that could be a step up banner. B tier is like you would be hyped for them, but they are just overrated kind of, or underrated in for Piccolo's case. Sovereign Derivative is like a free unit. Super Dragon Fist. If he came out in Legends or Dokkan, I feel like they would hype him up to the point where I think he is S tier. Boo Boo is just whatever. Final Form Family Kamehameha Goku. Everyone was hyped for him when it came out in Legends and Dokkan. I feel like they would be honestly S tier. Boo. I feel like Boo is like cool. Everyone would love him, but I feel like he would be out of place headlining like or beyond like a I feel like he'd be out of place headlining like a big major step up. I feel like he would headline a smaller step up, which I think all these units in here would be able to. From Frieza, I think he's hype enough to where he's the most hype movie character where I feel like he could headline his own step up. Final Form Vegeta, who fought against Cell using a Final Form free, I think he would be cool to have. I don't think he would be like a headliner for any step up or would be on a step up. Honestly, I think he would just be like a UST. Full Power Broly. Honestly, I was debating to put him Z tier, but I would put him S tier. Like he would definitely be hyped to come out. And Full Power Jiren is definitely a S tier unit where if he came out, you would love to summon from like honestly on any banner. I personally wouldn't because I don't like Jiren, but most people do. And there's a mostly objective banner with some of my subjectivity on here. And finally, Full Power Super Saiyan 4 Goku, who is from the Super 17 movie of arc, and I feel like he's definitely the Thor hype Goku, honestly, of the Super Saiyan 4. I feel like that one's hyper, but this one's a pretty cool Goku that will be a cool filler on a step up banner, and would also could highlight his own banner. This is Full Power Frieza. I put him S tier. I feel like he is the most hype Frieza of them all, and I think he is very underappreciated. Honestly, personally. Wait, where's Gordon Frieza? I thought I had him here somewhere. Okay, he's here. I feel like this is probably the second type one. Frost is a free unit. Corrupt. I feel like this Zamasu is definitely a tier below this Corrupt one. Zamasu is the definition of hype. This Zamasu would be like, oh my gosh, he's on it. And then Future Gohan will be a C tier. Future Goku who fought against Goku Black. I feel like he would be hype, but like honestly, when he came out for Legends, no one was too hype for him, but he was hype. This is Rage Trunks. No, this is 6.2 Trunks without any rage or anything. I feel like he's just like an average filler for any banner. Honestly, I really don't think he would have like any kind of banner. Ginyu Force together, I think they're about the same. I think they're just cool to have, not like hype. Godbind Goku from the Broly movie. Hype, dude, this guy was cool. Like when he came out, I was so hyped to get him. Like, but I feel like this move is more like the reason why he's hyped, not because of the form himself. This variant would probably be a B tier unit, honestly. Super Saiyan God Goku. I don't want to put an S tier, but I'm gonna put an A tier. I feel like when he came out with Beerus or anything, they were both hype. Like everyone was hyping up the fact that they were both coming out on V Jumps games, so I think that's cool. God of Destruction Tournament Topo. I feel like honestly, I don't think he's in my opinion that hype in my opinion, but I feel like everyone loves something from him. I think he honestly is not the same level of this year. I feel like he will be right here. And then all of the God of Destruction will be probably free to play units. Honestly, I don't think they're hype. And then this is the Vegeta that fought against Broly, and this guy's a monster. Cool, but I don't think he would be more hype than Godbind, even though I think he is more hype. Father Son Kamehameha Goku himself. Let's actually not do him. I'm going to skip him. And we're going to go to Goku Frieza versus Jiren. This one's so hype. I would probably put an A tier. Like, if they came out, they would probably highlight their own banner. This is the Goku Vegeta that fought against Cooler. I think they're cool, but I don't really care for them. Honestly, they're just like, just that. Kaioken and Goku. I think this should be an S tier, even though Dokkan does not play it, never used this Goku before. I think he can and honestly, he was also a headliner on a step up for Legends. I think they did it right by putting him on the headline of New Year's, which I heard is one of the most hype time for JP. I think that's a good call. I think he's hype. I think like Dokkan has underused him. I feel like everyone would be hyped for Kaioken Goku. Spiro and Goku. I feel like Dokkan and the Legend has failed him. I feel like he's an A tier. Like that's one of the most iconic moments. Super Saiyan Goku. S tier. I feel like both Dokkan and Legend has underused him. Actually, no, I think Dokkan could honestly come on an average and they would probably make a lot of money. I think they are underrating him a lot. Legends has made him a headline of his own step up banner. I feel like he would be an anniversary level unit, but they were using him so they won't ever do it. But I feel like he could have been. The Super Saiyan Goku, I think, he's cool. This is Gohan Frieza in the Broly movie. He's just a filler kind of in that movie. This is Gohan Frieza when he came out. I think he's definitely less hyped than the Tournament Power Goku Frieza, but he's pretty cool. Like, he is the headliner of that movie. I think he should get some credit and be, I don't say A tier. I feel like he could headline his own banner. Gotenks. Most Gotenks are overrated in my opinion. Super Saiyan 3 would be hype, but I don't think it's going to be a headliner of his own banner type banner. Maybe of a UST. Gotenks is cool. This is free. Grease and it's free. This is hit from the Tournament Power. Actually, this is hit from Choppa. I feel like this is probably his best for him. He will something the most for him. And then this is Tournament Power one, who's probably about the same level of hypeness. And Perfect Cell. Legends and Dokkan don't see him as hype, and I also see the same thing. Like, if they came out and immediately released him, he would be so hype, but he's not. Int Goku. This man could honestly have a legendary finish. I think his move is so iconic, but that's the reason why I won't put him S tier, is because he's iconic for his move, not for himself. And I think he would honestly be an LF unit at some point. I feel like he should be more used in Dokkan. Janemba, E tier. I feel like he would probably he's hype by himself, but Dokkan Legends don't really see him as hype, so they probably only release him with Gogeta, but I feel like he could honestly headline his own banner. Jiren. Same level. I feel like Jiren is overrated as a character, honestly. I think he's not as cool as people think. And I think Jiren, who came out as a step up as one of the headliners, is inaccurate. I don't think he should have been a headliner. I feel like they made him way too good for how hype he is, honestly. Tournament Power 2% Blue Kaioken Goku. I think he's super cool. I think this is not the coolest one version. I feel like he would just come out and be like, oh my gosh, cool. But 2% Kaioken Goku from the Champa arc, he could honestly headline his own banner. Kefla. Yes. Okay, honestly for me, I don't think she's hype as people think she is, but people think she's very hype. I think she's an S tier due to the fact that everyone thinks she's hype. Everyone loves Kefla for some reason, though they hate colors like Kefla. But when she came out, everyone was hype. Dragon Fist Kid Goku. I think he's a B. He has a cool move, but himself he's not cool. Trunks is the same level. I think he's better than Gotenks, but I feel like the kids are not cool. Super Buu could honestly be an A tier. I feel like he's so underrated. I feel like he's very cool. Okay, I put him S tier. I don't care what the Dokkan Legends or anyone thinks. Kid Goku who destroyed Demon King Piccolo is so hyped. That could should have been a legendary finish for Legends. And I feel like if they give him more chances and stop Giant Ball as an underling anime, I feel like he would honestly be so hyped. He could honestly be here, but I'm gonna put him in A tier because I think he's so much hyper than he's made out to be, and I think people would definitely summon from him, despite what everyone thinks. Demon King Piccolo, I feel like he would also be so much cool back then, but right now he would not be very hyped. Majin Vegeta, I feel like he's A tier because I don't think he hits the level of these dudes in terms of hype. I don't think he would ever headline a big celebration. I feel like he would honestly headline a smaller celebration in A tier. And I think this is just mastered Super Saiyan Goku. I think he's just filler. Goku is honestly not as hyped as I think he is. I think B tier. I think he's B tier. I think if he came out, everyone would like him, but overall, someone from Master UI Goku, I'm gonna say it. People will probably think he's Z tier, but I think he just barely missed it. I feel like he's top of Z tier and S tier, and he would honestly make. He's Z tier. Honestly, I think UI sounds more hype, but people really love Master UI Goku, and honestly, if he came out, people would completely empty their walls. So I think he's the first C tier unit to come out here. Everyone would summon him. He's a headliner for an anniversary if they want to. MVP 17. I think he's A tier. I think he barely misses S tier. I feel like no one would really summon from him because he's androids, and androids would never be OP in these games. But I feel like MCC 17 himself is a hype character that honestly warrants an A tier. The best of these characters here. And this is just Piccolo with Neil. I think he's kind of filler. Like if they were ever to use him in a Gacha game, he would be filler. Neil is also a filler. Nappa is a filler. I feel like Nappa would be free though. Nova is probably just I don't think he's hype at all. Broly, people will love Broly. He is a hype unit, but I think he doesn't like has a hype of these units. Like people will, some of them will be like constantly like, oh, what crap is also come out? I think that's the level he is at, where he will be hype, but people will over think about the next unit honestly. Omega Shenron. He is probably the most hype unit of Shenron there is, because I think he's not as hype as people think. I feel like almost no GT unit will hit in S tier. I think A tier was where he hits. And honestly, I think Omega Shenron is a cool unit. I just don't think anyone would care too much for him. Then special being carry Piccolo. For some reason he got LF for some reason, and his own step up. I think that's weird because I think the sacrifice Piccolo is more hype. Or is he? Yeah, I think he's more hype. I don't get why he got his own step up, but I'm happy Piccolo got it, and I think Piccolo is an underrated character overall. Icon, F tier. I don't care for him. Rats. And I don't think anyone cares for him. People meme on him for having his own Dokkan Fest. Dokkan Fest. I don't even think he's there. I think he would be a free unit, honestly, as a Python. Rats. I think he's a poor man's Cell or some kind of, I don't know, he's poor man's Piccolo. Raditz, I think could honestly Dokkan Fest be a Dokkan Fest that people like would summon from honestly. This is Rage Trunks Map Spear Sword. I feel like he's a hype unit. I feel like everyone would love his from him. I feel like Rage Video would be this right there. Filo would be like a free unit. I don't know why he got his own banner. Rose. Honestly, I would also think he would be Z tier, but honestly the way Dokkan Fest or like Dokkan Legend picture on that, like I don't think he's F. I think he's honestly A tier, because cause honestly like he would be a headliner like on an anniversary unit. Like I don't know, I don't think Rose is just hype enough to be S tier. Like, I love Rose, but I don't think he's hype as Zamasu. I think he's about similar to this correct. Zamasu. Okay, let's just skip to Super Saiyan 2 Goku without legendary finish the Kamehameha. I feel like this Goku Gohan himself is very hype. I feel like people would just summon on him for himself because he's just a hype character, honestly. And this is probably one of the best moments of Gohan in his career. Let's look at legendary finish. Fame the Kamehameha. Gohan. Oh my gosh, he's a Z tier. This is probably the most iconic moment after Super Saiyan Goku, but I feel like people honestly think like I don't know why Super Saiyan Goku does not make as much money as people would think. But this Goku does make much money, and I feel like he would be Z tier. Everyone would spend money, even if someone said, "You want Son Goku come out?" People would just suddenly go on. They don't care. Scythe Rose, I feel like honestly he is the S tier of the rare series. Like people, he just looks so cool. I feel like that could be a legendary finish because it looks so cool. Look at him on his own banner. Perfect Cell is just a D tier. No one would summon from. So like, it's just not cool. And Spirit Sword Trunks would be an S tier. I feel like he can be an anniversary headliner if they want to, but I don't think they won't. Probably. I feel like he would probably maybe be like a New Year's headliner or Blackfire headliner. I feel like that's how cool hype this Trunks is. Spirit Bomb, Universal Kamehameha. Okay. This is a legendary finish, but not his own standalone unit. I feel like that's why I'm gonna put it in B tier because he's honestly not a standalone unit. I think he's just cool because of the move itself. Super Saiyan Free Goku. A tier. I feel like he is not as hype as these units, but I feel like he's so like hype because of his look and design that he honestly is an A tier unit. And Goku versus Kid Buu. I feel like this one will honestly be S tier though. I feel like this Goku is probably the most iconic Goku because he fought against Kid Buu and showed off the restriction of Super Saiyan 3, which is how hard it is to use. I feel like this is the most hype Goku out there. Super Saiyan 3. Super Saiyan 4 and Vegeta and Goku. I feel like I'm going to make a hot take. I don't think they're Z tier. I think they're S tier. So honestly, I just don't see how they are anniversary units ever. I don't get how Dokkan put them as anniversary, even though I don't like they are so hype. I just don't see them as anniversary level hype units. I think they're just like kind of like filler anniversary units, or like in between like years they're gonna like, oh, I don't want to use Vegeta again. Just put Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Vegeta. I think they're pretty close to Z tier, but I don't think they're Z tier. And Gogeta Blue. Probably the most hype unit out there right now. I also think he is the hypest Z tier unit. Like, if he came out, they don't care how good he is, they would just summon. Dokkan made so much money off him when he came out. They made so much money when he came out in the anniversary. He is honestly the hypest unit in the show right now. The rival of Goku, Frieza, and Goku Vegeta Super Saiyan Blue. I feel like they would be cool filler units on a hype step up. And that's what they were for anniversary 1 of Legends. Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta. I feel like this Vegeta should be honestly a legendary finish, and I think he is honestly barely misses S tier. I feel like he is super hyped due to the fact that he is the pinnacle of Vegeta right now. Also, I'm not doing any moral anything in this tier list because I want to. Units are right in the anime. And then future Vegeta Super Saiyan Blue, I think is not hype. Like, he's hype, but not like anything before. And then Vegeta Blue. I feel like he's honestly second place in terms of hype. I feel like he loses out to Gogeta Blue just because Gogeta Blue is more newer and people like Gogeta, and because his movie is so good. But Vegeta Blue is honestly the second year that I would probably say everyone would spend their money on due to the fact that he is so most likely gonna be good, and he just has probably a cool design. Like, the Super Saiyan Blue looks so good on them, but he looks so bad on Goku and Vegeta. I don't know what to say. Super 17. I think he's overrated. Like, I feel like most people think he's overrated. Super Saiyan Baby 2, probably the same tier, but maybe better. Blue tanks. I feel like he should be higher, but I'm gonna put P tier because of how Legends portrays him as not hype. Super Saiyan, this Kappa's right there. He's just not hype. Light speed mode, Dispo. He's probably the hypest. No, he's not. I feel like he's honestly not as hype as Jiren. I feel like he's just a filler unit on a banner. And then Super 13. I feel like he's hype, but just not like anywhere like headliner. This is Super Blue. I feel like he's not. I feel like he should be higher, but I feel like he's also B tier just because he would never headline rushing. Super Gogeta. Okay, where do I put Super Gogeta? Honestly, I don't know put him S tier or Z tier. I don't think he's hype as these 4 units up there, but I feel like he's so like he. I'm gonna. He's Z tier. Gogeta is probably bomb Z tier, like back then, and back before these units came out, it would honestly be higher than Gohan, but right now I feel like Gohan's more hyper than Gogeta just because he's just not as hype as he used to be, but he's definitely a hype unit overall. Mega Frieza. Wait, what? Mega Frieza again? Why did I Mega Frieza twice? Oh, this is super perfect, so probably the Kamehameha one. I feel like he's honestly hype. Both the perfect cells are super hype. I think if they could be honestly like a potential headliner for anniversary when they went out of them. Piccolo versus the Super Namek Piccolo, the strongest he ever been, and I feel Bailey's did not make A tier because Piccolos are never hype for some reason. I don't know why. They're cool, but they just never make the hype. And this is Super Vegeta when he kills 819. That was a cool moment, but I don't think he'll ever be considered hype as any of these other units. Super Vegeta is another unit that would always make money no matter what, even if they overuse him, which they are now. He will be honestly, these probably are 6 here are probably the most hype units they have at their arsenal, which is a lot of them for like Gogeta Blue's fusions are so hype. MIUI Saiyan Goku, and this Gohan's so hype. Like he never fails to make money. Vegeta's are in confusions are always good. Sun Shenron is whatever. Of those could honestly be a good unit to put as a step up. I just don't think they would ever do it. Tian, I feel like he's so good. I feel like he could be a B tier hype, B-list hype unit. Kama, German powered Gohan, whatever. Topo, he barely makes B for. I feel like this Topo is not this whatever. Hero Danger is whatever too. So Trunks, this Trunks, I feel like he should be honestly legendary in the unit, but I don't see how they're not already. Turles is UI Son Goku. UI Son Goku is something that they will always have at their arsenal in case they ever wanted to put hype. They, like honestly, he's so hyped, but except that he just has a better version right here. Even though I think UI Son Goku is so much cooler. So honestly, I feel like he will always be like a trap in for these units just because how hype he is, but just how he's not. Ultimate Gohan. I feel like Ultimate Gohan in Gacha games has been like mishandled. I feel like he could be honestly a hype unit if they wanted to, but he's just no Universal Goku he's not as hype as I think he is. Ribrian, I wish he was just a free unit honestly. Jackie Chan. BG, I wish he was more like hype. Vados is cool. Sans Saga Vegeta is probably the best Vegeta in my opinion, but I feel like he will not make as much money as these units. I feel like he could make comparable money to these guys. The Vegeta, like the most random Vegeta to get an LF. I'm gonna put him A tier just because he got an LF, but I don't understand how he got the LF, honestly. He just does not strike me as the LF unit. Whis, B tier. I don't think he's as hype as he thinks. And then the whole Z Fighters against Nappa is cool, but I think they just don't make money. I put them B. Pan is Zamasu and Zana should be a free unit. And honestly, this is my tier list of how these units will go out in terms of Bandai would to be like, oh, which if they had to make a list, I feel like this would be the list they should have, honestly. These are definitely the most hype units they have at their arsenal. These will be units that they will think about when they want to use it as an LF or do Dog Confess. These units are like really cool units that they have at their anytime they can use, they will use. These are just like if they have to, we'll use them. And this is just average units they just put out anytime they want. And these are just they don't care, put down, they know they will make money, and these guys are just whatever. And honestly, that's it for this video. This is honestly my tier list. I want to make more tier lists on multiple animes on that could have gachas like My Hero Academia or Hunter x Hunter, and I plan to make them more. And I hope you guys enjoy, and I hope to see you guys later. Peace out.